Hi everyone, it's Emily from Mind Tools for Kids here, stopping by to tell you about my week and the sort of things I've been working on with people. Kids who are having stress headaches, stomach aches, not wanting to do things, feeling really bad about themselves, like building up levels of emotional turmoil that really a child just should not have to deal with. And it's awful for these kids because they are limiting their life on a daily level. Even just getting through an afternoon of school can be horrendous for them because of what they're doing to themselves in here. And as well as working with some great kids like that this week and giving them some really easy stuff that they can do to feel brilliant, I've been talking to some adults, and you would not believe how many adults are going through their life now just telling themselves on loop basically toxic thoughts, horrendous things, hearing their own voice telling them how crap they are, how rubbish they are, how they're not going to achieve things, just being really awful and getting themselves in patterns where again they miss out on doing things, making decisions, pushing themselves, being happy because of this in here, this loop of chatter, this constant thinking, ramping up situations in their minds. So today I really want to hammer home to you how important it is to notice what sort of self-talk you are having for you as parents, as adults, as just people trying to get the best out of their lives, and also for your kids. Because as adults, we go through our life and we have experiences, we get older, we then have views and opinions, and habits get harder to break, and we have to put a lot more effort in. For our kids, a couple of simple tweaks while they're young can actually give them the tools to go on and never even have this. Or when they do get these problematic thoughts, or they get these times where they're down on themselves, they know what to do about it. So it doesn't last long enough to be a problem. They know they're doing it, they change it, and they choose something else. And it's just so important. Every child needs to know how to do this. So some really simple steps for you. You can do this as well, and your kids will love it. Step 1, make your children aware of the fact that self-talk exists. It's that chatter in your mind, that feedback, that commentary on what's going on. One way to do this is to get your child to talk themselves through how to clean their teeth, but with their mouth closed in their mind. That way they can get their head around the fact, I am having conversations with myself. So step 1, raise awareness of the fact that we even do this in the first place. Okay? Raise awareness of the fact that some thoughts are unhelpful and don't do us any favours, and some thoughts are brilliant and are great at helping us be all we can be. So awareness. Step 2 is to start to consciously notice when these unhelpful thoughts are coming in. So it's, I'm doing that thing. Another thought's come in. Okay, it's the noticing consciously that it's happening. And step 3 is to think of a really creative way that your child can change that. Whether they want to imagine that they've got like a recycling box in the corner of their mind, so that as this thought comes in, this nagging, this niggling, this replaying of a situation, they can choose to metaphorically screw it up and chuck it in that recycling bin in the corner of their mind. They can choose to park it out the way so that they can crack on and be the best that they can be and be happier with themselves. Okay? So that's step 3. Step 4 is to think, how would I like to think instead? I like a recycling box because rather than just dumping something, they can then repurpose it, which gives them movement and helps them to start thinking about how they would like to think and how they would like to feel. So for instance, a child might have a thought that keeps coming into their head, oh, you're really rubbish at handwriting. God, your handwriting's terrible. Everybody thinks your handwriting's awful. Oh, handwriting, I'll never be good at it. And that might be going on for them in their mind. So they can screw that up, chuck it in their mind, imagine metaphorically pushing it to the back of their mind and popping it in their recycling box. And instead they could think, my handwriting's improving every day. That would be a more positive way to reframe and recycle that unhelpful thought. Because maybe it might be too big a jump for your child to say, yeah, I'm great at handwriting. So it's about how can we change that thought so that there's some positivity coming out of it. I know this works. It's really easy. Work with your child's creativity. If your child is really like boisterous and likes to get stuck into things, go up to them and grab the thought and pull it out their head and blow it out the window and say, right, how would you like to think? Grab that magic wand and what would you like to put in your mind? Do whatever you can. If they're already into something, use it, okay? But make sure you have that conversation. Start with making them aware. Get them noticing when they're doing it so they know they can have a choice. Get them to find a way to metaphorically get rid of it. And 4, come up with something positive instead. Let me know how you get on. I would love to hear about this. Message me or comment below, and have a super, super day.